Well, it had Super Mario and it had galaxies, so we won, guys. It was a real movie, and I liked it. I think it was better than the first one, but it was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. You know, every trailer that came out, I think I made a video on, like, pretty much everyone. Not all of them, there's a lot of TV spots. I'll talk about that in a minute. But all the big major ones I talked about, and my opinion was, like, kind of, it was never, like, different. Like, 'cause I was like, I think it's going to be a fun time. Like, the first one was probably about it. Maybe a little more, because it's Galaxy. Probably not, because, like, also, I don't even think the Galaxy games have that great of a story. I think it's, like, kind of overblown. Like, oh, the Rosalina storybook. Like, it's not that great. And this movie had, like, something like that. Like, it had an emotional hook, like Galaxy does. It's not this. It wasn't the same. And if you were, like, really into, like, oh, there's the emptiness of space, there's not a lot of that. Unfortunately, this movie is not really... It's the Galaxy movie in that it takes place in space. There's not a lot of actual Galaxy set pieces in this movie, which is kind of annoying. There's a common observatory. There's that. But, like, things in the Mario Galaxy games, which maybe it was silly to imagine that I would see any of that, but maybe not, because it was a Super Mario Galaxy movie. And I'll just get, like, I liked it, but I have complaints, you know? Not really. Like, I would watch it again. I think it's good. Like, I would never say it's bad. It's just, like, it could have been better because we could have had, like, actual references. There's plenty of references. It's just that specifically the Galaxy game. Like, every so often I would see, like, a planet in the distance. I'd be like, oh, I know. It's like a blink and you miss it. Like, oh, that's a real planet in the game. That's really cool. And, like, they reference names like the Gateway Galaxy. It doesn't really look like the Gateway Galaxy in the game. It's just because it's, like, more developed. That's fine. Then there's, like, the Space Junk Galaxy, which is where Bowser is. That's a name. It's not really, like, it doesn't mean anything. I don't know. But there was lots of references, and I got them, and I really liked them. I mean, the Pikmin showed up, and I was, like, I knew the Pikmin were in it, but still when they showed up, like, that was the thing that got the biggest smile. I was like, yo, it's the Pikmin, guys. That's crazy. And then, obviously, Star Fox. I don't know why they revealed him. They were doing really good at not. And then they just were like, guys, look, Star Fox. What? Like, no one cares about Star Fox that isn't already gonna, like, everyone who knows Star Fox and cares about like, how many people really were like, Star Fox is in this? Oh boy, I wasn't gonna go, but now I am. Probably a couple, but, like, not that many. And that would have been an insane surprise. Instead, I knew. And I was like, they're like, oh, we need a pilot. I wonder. And, like, it was cool. It was great. And Glenn Powell was amazing as Star. Like, it was perfect. All of the voice casting is so good for these movies. It's really not. It's crazy. Just even though they're like, oh, it's a celebrity, it's really silly, but they're all great. They do such a good job. Even, like, Benny Safdie as Bowser Jr. I was like, what? But he did good. I mean, Donald Glover was Yoshi, and that was, like, he should get an Oscar for that. Like, really, they don't give Oscars to voice work. Just give him Best Picture. Give Donald Glover Best Picture for his voice performance, because there's not one for voice work, so just give him that one. Yeah, no, I mean, lots of references. I mean, obviously, there was the Mario 2 thing. And then, but that was, like, I just realized, I didn't think about this. Wart tells Birdo to, like, go get he tells him to do, I don't know. Tells Birdo to do something, I don't remember. But, like, go to get Mario or something, I'm not really sure. Birdo never shows up again. I don't know if that was just cut or what, but, like, I didn't need Birdo to show up again. I am a certified Birdo hater. I don't like Birdo. I mean, I was like, oh, look, it's Birdo. But, like, some people were like, I love Birdo, and Birdo is my... But then, like, when they revealed Birdo for Mario Kart, I was like, oh! And that stems back to my childhood, when Birdo was the first character I unlocked in Mario Kart Wii by accident. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, I didn't know this existed, because I'm a kid. And I'm like, Birdo? I couldn't have unlocked, like, a cool character? So, yeah, I think it's just, you know, it comes from my childhood, and I'm just a Birdo hater, guys. I don't know what to say. Mouser, that was pretty funny. I'm sure he was in the trailer. I just missed him, which is fine, because it was still, like, it was cool. I think there was just so many TV spots that then showed up on my feed, which is really, really annoying. Like, there was, like, the one where Mario becomes Drill Mario and Luigi becomes Cloud Luigi. Was in the trailer, was in a TV spot. And I was like, well, I would have liked to not have seen that. Like, it's not like a spoiler, it's just like, it would have been like, oh, look at that. But instead it was like, oh, look at that. I wish I saw that in the movie theater. I don't know. And it technically is in the final fight. It's kind of weird. I don't know. And, like, the T-Rex scene is pretty late in the movie. I'm okay with seeing that. But most of the trailers, were showing stuff really early in the movie. So that was great. It was just the TV spots. They kept showing random stuff. I'm like, I didn't want to see that. I didn't need to see that. I don't like Ice Mario. They showed it in one of the TV spots. I'm like, why? You could have just, you didn't need to. No one was like, oh, Ice Mario is in this. Oh boy, let me get my tickets now. And so that was a little bit annoying to me, but you know, whatever. It was good. I thought they were gonna do something more, like it just kind of ended, and I was like, well, like they had a good thing going with like Bowser and how he wanted to be like good. Like I thought they were gonna have him like turn back or something, but then he became Dry Bowser and he was just like evil. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't know how they were gonna resolve. Somehow in the next movie he's gonna be fine. Like I don't know what they're gonna do, but he's not gonna be Dry Bowser in the next movie. Like it's just not gonna happen. Whatever. I'm sure Wario and Waluigi will be in the next movie. Like they gotta be. At least Wario. Waluigi? No. I'm kind of a certified Waluigi hater too. I actually would like to see Waluigi in the movie. I think it'd be really funny. But Wario, I think, as long as he's played by Danny DeVito. Waluigi, I'm kind of a Waluigi hater, but I still would love to see him in the movie. Speaking of characters that I'm a certified hater of, Daisy. Daisy is, and this is partially because I just am annoyed with the Daisy fans. But Daisy was in the post-credit scene. I was like, ah! Which, by the way, the mid-credit scene with the Luma in the jail was in a trailer. They put the mid-credit scene in the trailer, which is hilarious. That's actually really funny. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That's probably never happened. That's probably, well, it probably has, but like it probably is not common at all. Like that was crazy. That was really funny. I was like, because I forgot that was in the trailer, but then they were in the jail. I'm like, oh, this was the mid-credit scene. What? This is in the trailer. Anyway, Daisy was in the post-credit scene. Also, those wood guys. I don't remember what they're called. I feel like a fake fan for that. But I love the wood guys. When I saw them, I was like, yo, I love them. They're so cute. I love them. They're my favorite. But then Daisy. Like, well, I don't know why Daisy's in space, but okay. Somehow she's going to get back. And maybe they'll go to space in the next one. You know, maybe we'll get the Super Mario Galaxy 2 movie. And that will be peak cinema because I love Galaxy 2. That's my child. That's my little... I didn't beat Galaxy until a few years ago. Like, it was pretty recently. Galaxy 2, though, when I was a child, oh man, Galaxy 2 was so good. I never 100% beat it. I've 100% beat Galaxy now, but I own Galaxy 2 now on my Switch. I just never, like, completed it again. Like, I'm close. Like, I think I got, it's like the last world, but I was, like, going through it and 100%ing every world as I went along, so it took me a longer time. I don't know. I don't know what the next movie's going to be. It's probably going to be World, just because they're going to be like, Super Mario World, and you're like, why? You could have... Anyway, they do the Super Mario World. Like, I love when they do like the 8-bit. Like, they did like the 8-bit thing with Mario and Peach. That was really fun. And then they did the Mario World bit at the end when they're rebuilding the castle. That was also really fun. Peach and Rosalina being sisters was interesting. Like, it was something. That was the emotional hook of the movie. That was the storybook. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, they explained Peach's backstory. It's fine. It's fine. Like, it was okay. It was good. Like, it was there, and it, you know, it helped the story, but it wasn't like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's okay. It worked. And then there's Daisy. What is Daisy doing? Who is she? She's their cousin. She's the third cousin. And when they all put their hands together, no. Wait. Peach and Rosalina go into the Toad house and walk up to Toad, and then just in 3D World, and they both like run at him for like several minutes, and then you press a certain button combination, and in walks Daisy. That was a video that I watched as a child, and I believed it. I thought you could get Daisy, and I was like, there's no way. Daisy's not in this game. I would know if Daisy was in this game, and I was like, but it's worth a shot. So I tried it. It was not worth a shot. It was actually not worth a shot at all. And then the video at the end was like, well, you know, if it doesn't work, you got to do it for longer. Whoever made that video is a bad person. They're a bad person. I'm trying to think of what else was in this thing, because there's a lot. There's a lot. But it also, I feel like there just wasn't a lot. Like, there was, but I think the first movie was more like bam, 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 which was good. I think this movie, I did like how it was like not as like it was fast paced, but like less happened, which is fine. I think that's good. There's less to talk about, I guess. Yoshi, as I've said before, Oscar winning performance, and he was Yoshi. He was Yoshi. It was great. This is Yoshi. I don't know what you can say. The score was so good. The score was like the main thing where I was like, whoa, I know that. That's from that game. That's from that thing. Whoa. And like, there was like not that many like really deep cut songs used in the score. Like it was pretty much stuff recognizable, but I was still like, whoa, whoa. And no pop songs. Zero, I don't think. Wait, there might have been like one. I don't know. But definitely not. I don't think there was any. I'm pretty sure there was none. Maybe there was one. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure zero, which is great. Because the first movie, the pop songs were funny. Especially like when like Take On Me played when they were driving the Donkey Kong thing. Which Donkey Kong wasn't in this movie. That's a plot. He was for a couple seconds. And I was like, look, it's Donkey Kong. That's nice. He's not in the movie. Seth Rogen is not in the movie. That's the more important part. Because he was the worst part of the first movie with Seth Rogen. Because I don't like Seth Rogen. I'm not a fan. As you may have gathered from my the video I made on the Animal Farm trailer. But don't like Seth Rogen. He just annoys me. And he's not in this movie. That's great. Woo! Also, Cranky Kong. A lot of people didn't like his voice actor. Also not in the movie, guys. And Luigi was in this movie a lot more. I know they're talking about making a Luigi's Mansion movie. I mean, I'll take it. That sounds great. I love Luigi's Mansion. Also, I never thought about Chris Pratt. I just, like, maybe at the very beginning of the movie when Mario first talks, I'm like, oh, it's Chris Pratt. But, like, just because, like, I know it's Chris Pratt, not because I thought, like, oh, that sounds exactly like Chris Pratt. And it probably does. It's honestly not, like, he's not going to win an Oscar like Donald Glover is. But still, it was like, oh, I never thought about it. I just realized. Like, it was never like, oh, it's Chris Pratt. Like, I thought about it a little bit in that one trailer. Really, he's like, it's trash. I'm like, that's Chris Pratt. But in the movie, I never thought about it. And then none of the other voice actors either. Like, a couple times I was like, oh, like, that's very Jack Black of him to do that. That's the only thing. And I love Jack Black as Bowser. Like, I don't have a complaint about that. It was really just like, it was a positive thing. I was never like, oh, that's that person. And I thought at first with Rosalina, I was like, oh, I guess it's Brie Larson. It works. She sounds good. Glenn Powell as Fox, like I said, is great. I never thought like, oh, like that sounds exactly like I know it's Glenn Powell, but if I didn't know it's Glenn Powell, I wouldn't be able to like tell you that's Glenn Powell. Maybe it's just because I don't know his voice that well. I don't know, guys. It was really good, and I'm not necessarily excited for Daisy because I know I said I'm a Birdo hater. Not really. I don't really care about Birdo that much. And I said I'm a Luigi hater, but I think he's funny, and I want to see him in the next movie. Daisy, I mean, the post-credit scene could have been Wario, but it's Daisy. Who's gonna play Daisy? I don't care. Wait, who's like a popular celebrity? It's not gonna be Zendaya. They wouldn't do that. Who is it? I don't know. But whoever it is gonna be shocking, and I'm gonna be like, oh, no, they're right. Because every casting was good. Every single one, even the Honey Queen. I was like, when I saw her, I was like, I've never heard of you. That's perfect casting. And she was great. The Honey Queen is barely in the movie. That's okay. You know, I thought they had something good going with Bowser. Did I mention that? The ending, it just kind of ends. Like, they don't, like, redeem. They're still trying to break out. Like, I thought. Because, like, the Mario Brothers saved Bowser, which, by the way, I don't remember his name. The dragon from Mario Odyssey. What? That was the most, like, a lot of things, like, oh, that's neat. There was never a moment of, like, what? Until then. I was like, what do you mean he's in the movie? And, like, he's not really because, like, a paint version. But then he's obviously just evil. And so then he gets Bowser Jr. And they save Bowser Jr. And I was like, oh, they're going to set up a moment where, like, they are sorry. Because in the Mario games, historically, Bowser Jr. tends to be the one that, like, says sorry, I guess. And Bowser is usually the more evil one. Even though they have worked together a little bit with Bowser. Like, Bowser doesn't like working with them. In Mario RPG, they work together. Technically, Bowser's inside the story, but he doesn't like that one. But Bowser Jr., a few different times has, like, been apologetic. But in this movie, Bowser Jr. was the more evil one. But it really was, like, because of how he's brought up. I'm interested to see where they go with that in the third movie. They have to make a third movie. They can't make the next one Luigi's Mansion. I don't think they would. I don't think Luigi's Mansion has that kind of draw. I don't know. I would love to see it. And I know Luigi's Mansion is very popular. I think some people forget Luigi's Mansion 3 was huge. And, like, a lot of people like the trilogy style. They're not making a fourth one. They are making a fourth one. They have to, right? I mean, I'll buy it. I think a lot of other people will too. And they'll make a movie, right? Maybe. I hope they don't make the Donkey Kong movie though, and I know they're probably going to. I know it's technically coming. Not excited about it. I'll probably go watch it in the theaters though. But not opening day probably, because I'm not that excited about it. There was someone in our theater dressed up as Toad and Peach. There was a couple. I thought that was fun. And they were handing out posters on the way out. And I didn't take one. Because he didn't offer it, and I didn't want to ask. So. Because he offered it to the people in front of us, but that's probably because they were dressed up. I don't know a costume. I would have thrown away the poster, but like, whoever. It's fine. It was good. And it's so funny that how Rosalina was just completely the damsel in distress the entire time. Like, yes, she technically saves the day at the end, but the first movie was like, oh, Peach isn't the damsel in distress. Like, she gets kidnapped, but like, she can fight and stuff. And Rosalina can fight. Clearly, at the beginning of the movie, she does, but then she loses, and she gets kidnapped. And even if technically she helped save the day at the end, like, she's just kidnapped the whole movie. Because, of course. I mean, if you think Peach, you think Rosalina. Which of them is more likely to get kidnapped? It's Rosalina, guys. It's Rosalina. What do you mean? No. I mean, they're just going to keep making these movies. They're always going to be the way they are. They're always going to be really just ever so slightly frustrating watches, even though they're really entertaining. That Donkey Kong movie is going to be a really frustrating watch, though.